Hey guys, welcome back. So, continuing our discussion from our previous talk, which is called arithmetic sequences. This looks very, very similar, but the title of today's lesson is called Arithmetic Series. Okay, so how's that going to be different? All right, so guys, I tell you the truth, guys, don't fact check me on this story over here. I just said this is a story that I heard the first time I ever heard. Where I heard this lesson when I was in high school, and I love the story like that. You don't want to. So, the story is this guy's name is Charles Gauss, and this handsome fella over here, he is a very very famous, very very dead mathematician. Guys, he's been dead for several hundred years now, but he kind of he kind of did a lot of work in creating a lot of the math that we study in high school and in university math as well. And so the story I heard was like when this guy was in grade school. Not sure which grade, but he was a math prodigy, but he was just still in a regular school setting. So I think what he kept bugging his teacher, "Oh, yeah, give me something harder to do, give me something harder to do." Well, I think his teacher got so fed up that eventually what he said is, "Okay, I want you to go sit in the corner, and I want you to add up all the numbers from 1 to 100, and then come back and tell me what the answer is." Well, he thought about it for about 3 seconds and said the answer is 5,050. And she goes, "There's no way that's right." And it turns out when she actually checked it, he was right, and he actually got that answer in about 3 seconds. So the question is like, how did he do it? Okay, so if you take numbers from 1 to 100 and add them all up, well, how are you going to do that? Okay. So what he did, and he held again, it was impressive because like apparently he did this when he was in grade school, and he did this in his head. But here's what he did. So he went 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus dot dot dot, so it keeps on going, plus 98 plus 99 plus 100. Okay, so he's doing this. Now, first of all, this is what we call an arithmetic series. Okay, so first of all, it's arithmetic because like I keep adding 1 together. So 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 1, plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is how we get the next term in the sequence over here. And it's an arithmetic series is if we add up all those terms together as well. Okay, so what he did was is that he thought about this. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what this problem is over here. And then he thought, well, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to write it again, except I'm going to write it in reverse. So instead of starting at 1, I'm going to go 100 plus 99 plus 98 plus 97, and that means plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so what he did, he did this twice. And then what he did is, well, he's going to draw a line like this. And then what he's going to do is he's going to add this number and this number together, which is 101. This number and this number together is 101. This and this together is 101. So the point is, every time you add up those two numbers, you always get 101. Okay, well, it is like, well, how many 101s do I have here? Well, the answer is I have 101 times 50. Sorry, I have 101. There's 100 numbers. So there's 101 times 100, which is 10,100. Well, then what he had to do is he had to go take this number and divide it by 2. And the reason is like, well, he added it here, but then he added it again, right? So since he added all the numbers together twice, he has to divide it by 2. And that's where if you go 10,100 divided by 2, you get 5,050. Okay, and so what's the answer that he said? Okay, so again, pretty impressive that this Gauss guy was able to figure this out this quickly. Okay, so this is our first example I always like to show of what is an arithmetic series. Okay, so this is an example of one. All right, so derive the formula for arithmetic series. So first of all, a sequence, and we just discussed this, is an ordered list. So in other words, T1, T2, T3, T4, dot, 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 Tn. A series is the sum of a sequence. All right, so what this means, if this is my sequence over here, this is Tn, well then, so I'm going to put like 3 dots, which means therefore, Sn, which is the sum of a series, and this is the terminology that we use for series here, is going to be T1 plus T2 plus T3 all the way up to Tn. Okay, so this is what we had here. Okay, so the idea so this is for a general for any type of series that we have over here. Now, what we have is we have an arithmetic series. So an arithmetic series is going to be T1 plus T1 plus D plus T1 plus 2D like this. Okay, so this is T1, T2, T3, T4, and this is Tn. Okay, so we're like, this is T1, this is T2, this is T3, and this is Tn. Okay, so this is what we kind of learned in our last unit. So the general term is T1 plus n minus 1d, and that's for Tn. Okay, well, if I do the same thing and write this in reverse, and so I'll go this term first. So I go T1 plus n minus 1d. And then this one would be T1 plus n minus 2d plus T1. Okay, so let's go with this over here. And the idea is if I had, so this is like Tn, this would be Tn minus 1, and this would be T1. Okay, so if I add my first term and my last term together, what I get is that T1 plus T1 is 2T1 plus n minus 1d plus T1 plus T1 over here